it's Shannon from playwiththeworld.com and the author of the Self-Love Experiments and Adventures for Your Soul. I'm here today with a message that came to me last night with a real situation that happened. I am living in Costa Rica for the month as I work on my next book, and it's pretty funny because last night while I was writing out some of the content, a crab came crawling into my space. Now, I have never experienced a crab inside of a place that I live. Now, I know some people who maybe live in the South or Florida or something, or Costa Rica, right? You've experienced that. But it freaked me out. I was so scared. And the thing is, it became this huge metaphor about fear. And that's what I want to share with you today. The fear that's in your life and what to do with it. Because there's two types of fear. There's the fear where, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die or get hurt. And that's the one I was experiencing last night, where I thought, and I remember seeing YouTube videos of crabs jumping at people who try to get them out of their houses and cut off their circulation and all this really harsh stuff. And so I had these fears in my mind that you don't belong in here, you are not supposed to be in here, and therefore I'm scared of you. And the poor little crab was really small. He was half the size of my hand, but he was terrified, or she was terrified of me too. So both of us were scared of each other. And it's interesting because there's that type of fear, like I'm gonna die or I'm gonna go surfing and get eaten by a shark. The real fear, a bear is chasing me. And then there's the fear in our mind of, I'm scared of changing careers. I'm scared of leaving Paul or Mary or Susan because what if there's not someone else for me? I'm scared of doing that thing that I know in my heart and of hearts is right because that's what would bring me freedom, but I can't do it because what I've been living is what I know. And so both of these fears, our brain does not know the difference. It processes fear the same way. So here's how we work through it. Last night as I was sitting here and staring at this crab, I started to get really nervous and worried that he was gonna hurt me, and he was worried I was gonna hurt him, and all I wanted to do was just set it free and get it back outside, back to its own world. And I sat there for a whole hour, one whole hour, this is how crazy it was, staring my fear in the eye. And it was staring right back at me and had its little googly eyes like boop, boop. And as we were looking at each other, I just said, you need to move. And as soon as I thought it would move, I had a big container that was gonna cover it and take it outside. That was my plan. Well, lesson here is the universe always has a plan greater than yours, okay? Stay with me, I promise this wraps back around. So I sat there for one whole hour as we looked at each other and I said, all you have to do, crab, is get out of that corner, because it was in a corner I couldn't get to it, even when I tried to move it with a broom. And then I sat there and I thought about all the other fears in my life. And I want you to do this too, is think about where fear is holding you back, because the situation actually presented itself. And I said, wait a second, this is an opportunity. And I thought to myself, the crab got in here, it knows how to get out. I don't need to interfere with this. It can actually coexist with me in here. It took me a while to get there, but when I got there, it was very freeing. And I recognized that we can coexist together. That is the lesson for you, is that you have fear. And so often we say, I need to get rid of my fear, I need to work through my fear does not belong in my life. But the truth is, coexist with your fear. Learn how to be you with your fear. Learn how to be in the situation with the fear present as well. As soon as we do that, as soon as we surrender to what we're feeling and what we're experiencing, and let it be what it is instead of trying to change it, instead of run from it, instead of trying to get it out of our life, then the miracles happen, then the transformation can come in, then the fear will leave, because as soon as I did that, I sat down, my whole body calmed, and I said, I can coexist with you, little crab. I'm gonna trust that you know how to get out, and I'm gonna let you be. I'm not gonna interfere and poke you with weird objects, this weird giant coming after you. And as I stopped being afraid of it, it stopped being afraid of me, and it started to scoot its way out. It was really cute, it was scooting. You see my little crab walk here? And it moved its way out into a corner in the wall that I didn't even notice, and that's obviously how it came in. And it went back into its world and its reality. So I offer this lesson and this metaphor for you because I know it happened for a reason, because we all have fears in our life that are blocking us, and they paralyze us. For one whole hour of my life, I was sitting there staring my fear in the face. Yes, it was a little crab, but if you think about your own life, that's what it's doing. It's paralyzing you, it's taking you out of the game of your life. So coexist with it. Let it be where it is in your life instead of saying, I need to remove this. And as soon as you do, that is when it will subside and give you what you really need, which is the freedom to be who you are, even in the face of that fear. So trust this process, you guys, trust the journey, and I hope you're enjoying the Joy Seeker project as I travel the world. And I will come to you when I'm inspired with more messages, and thanks for playing with the world. See you guys soon.